Welcome back all of you to our online platform, that is our school's YouTube channel. So again we are ready with today's video. This video is for class 9th and the subject is maths, and we are continuing the same chapter, that is chapter number 7, and the name of the chapter is triangles. The name of the chapter is triangles, but in this chapter we are discussing or we are dealing with the questions in which we are supposed to prove or we are supposed to show the congruency of the triangles. For that we have already discussed how many criteria are there. 5 criteria are there. We are supposed to first of all assess which criteria we are supposed to use in that particular question. So some of the questions we have already completed in the exercise 7.1. so now we will start with question number 7. In question number 7, first of all the figure is given. Like this. This figure is given. In that figure, P is the midpoint, AB is a line segment and P is its midpoint. If P is the midpoint of AB, then AP is equals to PB, first thing. And the second thing, and this is given that angle BAD is equals to angle ABE. ABE means this angle is equals to that angle, and additionally one more angle is given, EPA. EPA means this angle is equals to angle DPB. Now so first of all we are supposed to note down given information. What is given? P is the midpoint of AB means AP is equals to PB. Then angle BAD is equals to angle ABE, and one more angle is given, angle EPA is equals to angle DPB. Now afterwards we are supposed to show what we have to show. We have to show two things. First, triangle DAP is congruent to triangle EBP, and second thing we are supposed to prove, that is AD is equals to BE. AD is equals to BE. So this information is given and these two things we have to show. So first of all we are supposed to split the triangles which we are supposed to prove the congruent, that is sorry DAP means that triangle is like that. Rough figure we can draw that DAP, and triangle EBP so for solution we will compare the same triangles in triangle DAP and triangle EBP. This is given, AP is equals to PB. AP is equals to PB, that is given, and this angle A is equals to angle B, means angle DAP is equals to angle EBP, that is also given. Two things. Third thing we have to find out. So here this angle is given equal, angle EPA equals to angle DPB. This angle is equals to this angle. Now in these two triangles that angle is not there, so we are supposed to include this angle on the both sides, means angle EPD. Angle EPD we are supposed to add here, and angle EPD we are supposed to add on the both sides. So angle EPA, this angle plus this angle will become angle APD. Angle APD is equals to angle PBD plus EPD, means this angle plus this angle will become angle BPE. Now we can mark that angle APD. APD means this angle is equals to angle BPE. BPE we have already proved that. So we will write here the angle APD is equals to angle BPE. Proved. Where proved? We have proved here only. Afterwards, triangle DAP is congruent to triangle EBP by which criteria we are supposed to mention here, and we can see angle side angle. So the criteria is angle side angle. Now the first part already completed. Now regarding the second part, AD is equals to BE. 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 Why? What is the reason for that? That is CPCT. What is CPCT? That is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. If the triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts will also be equal. How many corresponding parts are there? There are 6 corresponding parts. So we are supposed, if we have proved already the triangles are congruent, then we can say their corresponding parts will also be equal. So this was question number 7. Afterwards, question number 8 is there. Question number 8 you are supposed to try by yourself. That is very interesting question and at the same time very important one. So first of all, I will give chance to you to solve that question, and if you are facing any problem or if you are having any doubt, then you can message us or you can even call us. At the same time, I want to repeat again the congruency. Congruency is the means the two figures. Here in this chapter we are discussing the triangles. If two triangles, if you put one triangle over the other and that other triangle completely overlap that triangle, then we can say the triangles are congruent, means the twins, same like our hands. If we overlap our one hand with the other hand, then it will overlap that completely. So and if we put our hand on our friend's hand, then it may not overlap that completely. So our hands are congruent but not with the others. So the figures which can overlap when superimposed on the other, then the figures are supposed to be said the congruent. And at the same time, we have discussed the 5 criterias. Again we are supposed to remind, first one is the side. If 3 sides of a triangle are given equal to the corresponding sides of the other triangle, then we can say the triangles are congruent by side. Next thing is side angle side. If 2 sides are equal and the including angle is equal, then we can say the triangles are congruent and the criteria is side angle side. Third thing, angle side angle. If 2 angles are equal, the 2 corresponding angles are equal of triangle and the including side, the common arm is also same in length, then we can say that 2 triangles are congruent by angle side angle. And after fourth one, angle side. If 2 angles of a triangle are equal to the corresponding angles of the other triangle and non including side, In the previous one the including side was there, here non including side is equal, then we can say the triangles are congruent by angle side. And the last one is RHS, that is mainly for the right angled triangle. If two right angled triangles are there, means R means right angle, H means hypotenuse. The side opposite to the 90-degree angle should be equal, and then any of the remaining two sides are remaining, any of the remaining two sides are equal, then we can say the triangles are congruent by RHS. So I hope that you have understood. So you are supposed to repeat that question first of all, then you are supposed to try question number 8, and if you are facing any problem or having any doubt, then you can message us or you can even call us. We will try to rectify your doubt so that you can easily proceed the questions given in your textbook. At the same time, after completing the work, you are supposed to take the pic of that and you are supposed to upload on the school's WhatsApp number, so that we can also maintain the record of the name of the students who are completing their work on the regular basis. Thank you very much.